Hi there, I'm Lillian and welcome to Soulful Thinkings. I know I owe you guys the third video on waiting. It's coming, you're gonna have to wait. You know what? I was just so excited tonight. I had this new idea. Oh my gosh. I had this idea that I had to talk about. I just had to make a video about it. And so the topic that I'm going to be exploring today is losing your shit. Whether you are about to, you have already, you're in the thick of it, wherever you're at in the process of losing your shit, I hope I have some words that can be helpful to you. Yeah, this is something, we're all familiar with the feeling. For some people, it can be once a month. We can be doing really well, feeling like, all right, I'm moving ahead, I'm feeling good about what I'm doing, I'm enjoying my job. Sure, there's relational challenges in life, but I've got some good friends, I'm looking after my health, but the little stresses add up, and maybe once a month we just completely lose it, and we see the pattern and whatever. There's people like that, so I've heard. But then the rest of us, you see, we feel this on like a daily basis, right? Daily basis. Yeah, it's with us. And moment by moment, we're like, shit, life is hard. This isn't what I signed up for. Like, what happened here? Things were going great, and then, there's people like that too, apparently. I've been in both, and we all know the feeling. So anyhow, I'm gonna get to it. So the acronym for losing your shit is FLUSH. FLUSH. Sorry, it's crude. The first one, F. Feel it. Feel your emotion. When you're about to lose your shit, it's an awful feeling, right? It's one of the worst feelings. And, I don't need to break it down because it's probably a little bit different for all of us. But feel it. When you're about to lose your shit, look at it for what it is. Call it for what it is. Say, I feel awful. This fucking sucks. Like, what the heck, Whatever you're feeling, accept it. This is what you're feeling. And that's okay. It's all right. Whatever you're feeling, even if you're feeling like completely nuts, like, that's normal. I think that's part of a given. That is one of the main ingredients when you're going to make a dish of losing your shit. So feel it. Feel it for what it is. We don't need to be afraid to identify it. I've heard that some people are afraid of identifying their feelings. I personally do not have that problem. In fact, that's like one of my many hobbies. Oh, I'm feeling like this today. Anyhow, it's a little bit more than I enjoy. But anyhow, so we don't need to be afraid of identifying our feelings. In fact, when we can identify it, we're empowered. We can do something with that information. I'm just going to keep moving along. So the next one is L. Leave it. Think about that place in your life where this particular issue, whatever it is that's causing you to lose your shit, think about that time or that place in your life, what your life would look like if you didn't care about this thing anymore, if it didn't bother you, if it didn't upset you, if it didn't rip your heart open, Think about that place. Think about what that would look like and feel like. And even if you're still feeling the emotions of losing your shit, that's okay. That's fine. They can just camp out for a little while. But in your mind, think ahead of what life would look like if this thing didn't bother you so much anymore. All right. Moving along to U. Unplug. And I don't just mean, go off grid, man, or anything like that, you know. Instead of looking for the power source from the exterior, the motivation to, oh my gosh, my mind just blanked. Oh yeah, okay. So instead of looking for motivation and whatnot from the exterior, from the world around us, when we're about to lose our shit, it's generally because someone's done something or they haven't done something. It's usually a someone, right? But sometimes it's a something. Something happened, something didn't happen, you know, then we lose our shit. That's kind of the story. So instead of looking to the outer world to provide us with the motivation we need to find that inner balance, we need to look inside of ourselves. We need to find the motivation inside of ourselves to be able to balance things out when we're about to lose our shit. There's nothing in the outside world that's going to motivate us. We can't even see it. We can't even hear it. We're in such an inner turmoil. You know, we've got like this hurricane going on inside of us of different emotions, and that we don't even want to identify. And we're, you know, we're going a little bit nuts. We can't even see what's going on in the outside world. We need to look inside of us, identify what's going on, accept it for what it is, identify what we're feeling. We need to leave it alone. Imagine being in a place where this wouldn't bother us anymore. We need to unplug from outside motivation, look inside of ourselves for the motivation to find balance. And so we're at S. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. S is for shut the fuck up. We all have these inner tapes that play. And when we're in that low moment where we're about to lose our shit, or we are, you know, whatever point we're at in the process, in these times we have such negative tapes that play in our mind, and our autopilot is generally one of such negative self-talk, and we say the worst things to ourselves. We got to tell that voice to shut the fuck up. We need to tell ourselves what we would tell our best friend or someone that we just love so much. Those are the words of compassion and understanding and encouragement that we need to speak to ourselves. All right, that brings us to H. Just looking at my notes. Yeah, H is for happiness, of course. And when we're in those moments where we're about to lose our shit, like we're too angry to even care about happiness, you know, like, anyhow, I just had a bad example I'm not going to say. But when we get in a bad headspace and we're about to lose our shit, you know, sometimes it happens pretty quick, but generally it's build up. It's an irritation. We've had the same issue regularly come at us. And we just reach a point where it's like maximum overload, you know. And but generally what happens in that process is that the regular things of life get tainted. We get these shit-colored glasses, and we bitch about everything. We need to look for happiness in the things in our life that we may be bitching about at present. You know, we can complain that, well, we don't have the car we want, or we don't have the job we want, or we don't have the partner we want, or we don't have, you know, the income we want, or the body, or whatever, right? There's a long list. We could complain about all those things, but we could also be grateful for each of them. You know, there's always someone who has it worse, right? And if I'm bitching about my car, I'm glad to have one. So, anyhow, let that sober you up a little bit. Look for happiness in the things that we might be bitching about. And you'll be very pleasantly surprised that there's actually far more things in your life, in my life. I say this from personal experience. far more things to be grateful for than I was being grateful for. So when you're about to lose your shit, remember to flush. Thanks.